Today we're going to pre-trip the interior of the bus on the driver's portion.
Yes, starting with the first aid kit and the body fluid cleanup kit. Both are fully stocked with clean supply. This is the security camera. The security camera is not cracked, bent, dent, or damaged. It is securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts. This is the emergency light monitor system. It is securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts. It is not cracked, bent, dent, or damaged. This is the driver dome light. The driver dome light is not cracked, broken, dirty, or missing. It is securely mounted. It is not missing any nuts and bolts. It is not worn, torn, cut, or frayed. This is the student rear view mirror. It is not cracked, broken, dirty, or missing. It is securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts. The rubber seal is not worn, torn, cut, or frayed. These are the sun visors. They are securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts, and they are not cracked, broken, dirty, or missing. Those are the driver fans. The driver fans are securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts, and they are not cracked, bent, dent, or damaged. There is no illegal sticker in the windshield. And if we look over here, we see the seat belt. The seat belt is securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts. It is not worn, torn, cut, or frayed. This is the seat. The cover is not worn, torn, cut, or frayed. The seat itself is securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts. It is not cracked, bent, dent, or damaged. This box over here contains 3 red warning DOT approved triangle. Over here, this is the fire extinguisher. It is securely mounted. It's at its proper place. It reads in the green, so it is at the adequate level and it's not expired. Over here, if I sit in the driver's area, I can demonstrate the switchboard and the different gauges. Over here we see the steering wheel. It is securely mounted. It is not cracked, bent, dent, or damaged. No missing nuts and bolts. And the city horn works properly. Let's do a safe start. And let's turn the lights on. And over here, when we look at the switchboard, we see those switches control the driver fans, left and right, high and low. Those switches over here control the heater, and we have, buttons over here to help adjust the temperature and so on. So all of this control the heaters and they work all properly, as you can see. Over here we have the switch for the strobe light on top of the bus. Those switches control the different domes, the driver dome that I just described and the other domes all the way around inside the bus. This over here, I almost skipped this over here. Those switches control the different mirrors. Always important to adjust the mirrors before you leave. So they control the convex mirrors and the flat mirrors on each side. Over here, this switch controls the 8-way light system. So basically, when we press that switch, the warning signals, the warning lights come on the bus. We can see in the exterior light monitor. On the dashboard, we have confirmation that the warning lights, the warning amber lights are on. And what happens is that when I when I flip the switch for the entrance door, the service door, automatically the warning lights come off and the stop lights come on instead. And this works in conjunction with the stop sign, with the cross arm or cross gate in front of the bus, with the service door, with the stairway light, and of course with the exterior light monitor and the dashboard. So all of this comes on when I open the door. When I am done with the door and I'm ready to close, I flip the switch to close the door and everything comes off. The only way to keep everything on, because it's necessary sometimes, it is to use the override switch. And that's what I'm doing right now. So the stop signs comes back on, and the red lights, the red stop lights come back on. So this is what's going on. The last switch on this board is the no noise switch. When you come to a railroad track and you want to cut all the noise, you just press that switch and there's no more noise, except for the engine, of course. If we look over here, we see that the wipers work properly and the washing fluid. And we can take a look at the different gauges over here. So we have the water temperature gauge. It should be anywhere between 180 and 190 Fahrenheit, not to exceed 220 Fahrenheit. The oil pressure gauge should read anywhere between 15 and 60 psi, so we're good to go on that. The voltmeter should read anywhere between 12 and 14 volts, we're good to go. The fuel gauge should indicate that we have adequate level. Otherwise, good luck if you leave with the bus without adequate level of fuel. That's going to be a long ride. Over here we have the air pressure gauges over here. They confirm that we have approximately 120 psi in each tank. So this is good. And if I check my, I can verify my emergency lights or hazard lights. I can see in the dashboard I have a lamp that indicates that it works, and I can see them in the cross view mirror as well. And over here I can verify my right turn signal. It works properly, and my left turn signal, it works properly. Of course, the examiner for these different lights will be outside of the vehicle at one point and will tell you to demonstrate your different, your turning signals and your emergency lights. Thanks so much.